Hello, this is Harry Paden, host of the Irvington Now show. Just bringing in by way of introduction, recently the township had its annual Unity Day. Unity Day is a big town-wide event, the biggest event in town all year. It's held during the summer in August. People come out, there's free food, entertainment. You get to see people you might not have seen all year. During that celebration, this year we had the legendary Melba Moore, who came to entertain, and something struck me because I've been a long-time fan of Melba Moore, to try to interview her. It was just kind of spontaneous because she was someone that I looked up to. She had so much fame back when I was younger, and I just brought the idea to the mayor. Mayor, as he always does, said, go with it. So I had to approach her people, see if I could get it done, because I know she didn't come there for that. She came to entertain, and she was gracious enough to allow me to interview her. You will see footage of that, and it's spontaneous. She's in her dressing room, and it's nothing planned. I didn't plan questions, but she took all the time needed to answer questions. Please enjoy. I also had the great benefit of interviewing Mr. Joe Branch. He is the lead vocalist for Wilbur Hart's Delphonics. You'll see some of my comments there. I grew up on the Delphonics. Many of you old school grew up on the Delphonics. They're love songs without compare. And if that were not enough, there was Mr. William Billy Brown, who was the lead vocalist for a group called Ray Goodman and Brown. Three gentlemen who had performed for a group called The Moments. So I get a chance to interview some people that I looked up to. Never in my wildest dreams would I think that I would meet them, get a chance to interview them, and talk up close and personal. Finally, there is Mr. Omar Beasley, a township resident, son of the late Honorable D. Bilal Beasley. Mr. Omar Beasley, within his own rights, has so much going on. He's with the Masons. He has been involved for years, and you know what it says, excuse me so much, a chip off the old block. You know, he is such a great person. But the reason I got with him was he had this massive snake. I'm a little scared of snakes. So because I knew Mr. Beasley so well and he was in control of this snake, I took a picture, I got on video with this snake, and it was kind of a way of overcoming my fear. So watch me and see if you see terror in my eyes, because as we were filming, I saw the snake's fang. I remember coming out the side of my eye, and I had to kind of not punk out on screen, but I managed it, and I thank everyone. I especially want to thank the media technicians, because they were there to film Unity Day, which is a task in and of itself. But they took from their busy schedule Mr. Imani Wilson, who we call affectionately E, you know, did a whole bunch of the taping himself, and Miss Lillian Jones took the time, because we had to wait, we had to do things because we were on their time frame, and helped me out. So thank you guys so much, because you guys had enough work to do, but you helped me. Miss Moore is a legendary R&B singer. She has appeared on television. She had her own variety show with Clifton Davis. It was called the Melba Moore and Clifton Davis Show. She's a R&B singer. You will see clips of her singing. She has starred on Broadway. She is a 4-time Grammy nominee. She played in a movie which of course is going to escape me, but the movie had Cuba Gooding Jr., Beyonce, and some other stars. So she is a legendary person. She has 11 top 10 hits that she has sung, and she's still performing today. So I felt it an honor and a privilege to meet her, interview her, and her to be so gracious. Finally, she was not only gracious to me, after performance, she sat down, signed autographs, took pictures, and all the kind of things that some stars are too big to do. Miss Moore, we love you. I've expressed that as I used to see you, I loved you. I think I broke up a relationship because I expressed that I loved you. But it's all well and good. Thank you very much. And I just wanted to bring in the show, watch the show, and know that it was kind of put together, but it's probably one of my greatest shows only because of the people who appeared. Thank you again. This is Harry Paden and Mr. Omar Beasley, longtime resident, stellar citizen, man who works. I know he's a member of
I'm a member of Sonic Lodge. I'm a member of Friends of Irvington Park.
Right.
I'm just all over. Anything dealing with community. You know, I was born and raised. You know, my father embedded it in my bloodline.
Yes, indeed.
So
Honorable Devalal Beasley.
we just continue this thing. You know, I just got a love for reptiles.
Yes.
So I figured I'd bring them out here on Unity Day and let the kids enjoy it.
And this is Harry Paden. I am a punk. I wanted to conquer one of my biggest fears. I watch all the wildlife programs and see the snakes. And I actually have a snake on my shoulder.
On his shoulder.
On my head,
On his head. There you go.
I have conquered that fear. I see his tongue, his fang coming out. I'm scared to death. But Brother Omar will not let anything
I ain't gonna let
happen.
him hurt him. He's good.
Yes. thank
Everybody
you.
have fun. Take care.
Hello, this is Harry Paden. I'm the host of the Irvington Now show. I'm here today at the Unity Day ceremony, and we have an honored person here. I told him off camera that I was a teenager when they sang those great songs like La La means I love you and all the rest of the songs that right now are escaping my name, but I can sing every word of it. Introduce yourself and tell our fine audience who you are and what group you're with.
Okay, my name is Joe Branch, and I'm the lead vocalist of Wilbur Hart Delphonics.
Okay, and Delphonics was a group that was in the 60s, 70s, competing, the Temptations, and all those great groups that were there, and you were part of it, and I can tell you, I loved it. The high, what is it, Falado? That voice goes real high where all the women just faint. Yes, and you are that singer. Okay, so you're going to perform for us today.
Yes.
Wow, look at, if you were not here to hear this man sing, I don't know what I'm going to tell you, because I consider it an honor and a privilege to be in his presence. Again, I lived off those songs. I danced against the walls against those songs. I was a teenager, but those were the love songs of our day, and they were clean love songs. They were great love songs, and when he hit that voice, it was like I was hitting it. Thank you for being here.
We mustn't forget our Grammy that we won is Did Not Blow Your Mind.
Did Not Blow Your Mind.
We won a Grammy with that.
Y'all can see I'm not playing. I know this stuff.
Right.
So wow. I'm in the presence of royalty. Thank you, sir, for all the good times you helped me and all the young teenagers of my day.
Thank you.
And continue to do.
I will.
Thank you. We'll see you later. We've interviewed a great guy. I am here with another legend from the great Ray Goodman and Brown. And this is Mr. Brown. So we're talking to you. Tell us about Ray Goodman and Brown.
Well, Ray Goodman and Brown, we're the same group we were in the Moments from 1968 up until 1979. We changed the name in 1979 because the company that we were with, they had the TM on the name. And so a friend of ours said, well, everybody know you guys by your first name. When y'all on stage, they call you Billy, Al, Harry. He said, well, you want to name Billy Allen Harry or Harry Allen Billy? He said, no, use your last name.
Right.
So we just, played with it a little bit. Ray Goodman and Brown, which rolled the best.
It's legendary.
Yeah.
And I remember the Moments. Give us some of the greatest hits of the Moments.
Not on the Outside, Sunday.
But inside. See, I know that stuff, yo. Yes. Great meeting you, great talking to you. I know you're about to perform.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to try to make sure to get out there and hear you sing. Thank you so much for this honor.
Thank you.
I'm here in the dressing room of the legendary Melba Moore. She's giving us the honor to interview her and talk to her about her career. There's some great things. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.